Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. You know, I hate making this kind of videos. I don't like talking about negative things, and you know, majority of my videos are positive videos about Canada because I live in Canada. I do love this country. I immigrated here from Eastern Europe. You might have guessed it if you hear my accent. Anyhow, today's video, as requested, I'll tell you negative things about Canada. Top 10 reasons why you should not move to Canada. People said I'm not telling you the entire picture and I'm not saying negative things about Canada on my regular videos, so here you go. Number one reason is immigration. You're surprised if you watch this channel, right? Immigration is not easy. It is time consuming and it is expensive here. Not only you have to file the fees, sometimes you want to get an immigration consultant or even a lawyer to help you with your situation, which can be quite expensive. On top of it, if you have any medical issues, you might be medically inadmissible to Canada. Basically what it means is Canada has free healthcare and Canada doesn't want to pay for your problems unless you're already Canadian, so that's kind of a reason for that. And also, if you have a criminal record, you might as well forget about immigration at all, because you're not going to get it if you have a criminal record. Next thing is, you need to be young, you need to be skilled and educated to be eligible for express entry, and you have to compete with millions of people who want to come to this country as well. On top of it, there are other immigration programs. Lots of them require you to have a job offer from a designated employer, which is really difficult to get because lots of them require you to have a Canadian work experience, and if you're not here, you probably don't have it. And even for my American friends who watch this channel, it's easy to come for a visit, but it is difficult to stay. You still have to go through the same process. Doesn't matter which country you're coming from. Next thing would be young people, opportunities for young people. Here's my 100% made in Canada Canadian Adriel. How are you doing today, baby? He's helping me record a video today, guys, so give it a big like button for this little guy. Yeah, it's difficult, guys, for young people, because even after he goes to school, childcare first, school, let's say, then college, university, he has his degree, there are less opportunities for him in this country. Why? Well, because lots of people have a university degree, and unless you have a narrow specialization and you have experience and skills, you can end up getting a minimum wage job in some retail shop with your university degree, because Canada is one of the world's most educated countries and almost everybody has some sort of education here, guys. So it is not easy for young people. I actually made a list of things for you guys. Next thing, lack of good paying jobs, extremely competitive. Unemployment rate is really high. So yes, Canada is G7, one of the world's most developed economies and everything, yet it takes a long time to find a job. Yes, some people are going to start commenting, then, you know, if you're skilled, if you're in demand, it's going to be easier for you. But I'm talking in general. My friends that work and live in the US have it way easier with their education to get a job than those people equally skilled, equally educated in Canada. They end up doing all sorts of jobs and takes them years to get to the right position where they are going to be finally valued and they're going to be getting paid as they are required to according to their skills. Next point, guys, would be really expensive cost of living. Housing prices in Canada in general are even more expensive than in the US. It is really expensive here to live, guys. It not only powered by taxes, which would be my next point after that, but the prices here, other than grocery, which is probably going to be closer to the US, they're ridiculously costly. Utility bills, internet bills, cell phone bills, car insurance, just an absolute rip-off. Internet that is absolutely not good. You have to have like $100 a month for a decent one, otherwise you're going to be ending up like me, uploading your videos for a really long time so that you guys can see them, and it's also not as reliable as in other countries. And me being in Calgary, it's actually good, but if you're living in some rural areas, you might have issues with that as well. Next point would be, well, passive aggressive and, you know, people who are avoiding other people, Canadians. You are not going to like this, especially if you're from Canada, but Canadians are the nicest people, right? So if you are a traveler and banned right now from the United States, we are going to greet you. We are going to say, hey, welcome, how you doing, everything. And then when you're going to drive past and stop next to a hotel on your COVID-19 non-essential visit to Canada, be prepared that somebody is going to call RCMP. Especially if you have Alaskan number plates, they're going to call, they're going to say, hey, Americans are running around spreading the corona inside here, okay? So there are so many cases, people are paranoid, they see your plates, they go after you. They're not going to say anything to you, they'll be smiling and waving while they're on their hands-free as the RCMP, police department, saying that you guys are not self-isolating or non-essential visit, shouldn't be traveling around Canada. That's happening right now as I'm speaking to you. People here, they're not going to directly tell to anyone that they don't like you. They're not going to tell you anything like that to your face, and really nobody's saying this kind of thing. So you kind of have to always figure out on your own whether people like you or not. And to be honest with you, it's really difficult emotionally for lots of people, including Canadians themselves. Other than politeness and being nice to general public, if you're visiting Canada, you can say it's one of the best and most friendliest countries in the world. But in reality, if you live here for some time, you will understand what I mean by people being passive aggressive and kind of avoiding any kind of confrontation, but they actually don't really want to avoid anything. It's passive aggressiveness, right? Lots of people are like that in Canada. So that's one of the reasons why you might not want to move to Canada. Next reason would be healthcare wait times. Well, yeah, I know you would say free healthcare. Well, first of all, you pay a lot of taxes for it. And secondly, it's not free because of it. And if you get sick, you might have to wait in line to see a medical professional. Unlike in the US, where you can just pay and go, here you have to wait. Yes, Canada is not going to let you die unless you're seriously injured and you're going to die. Nobody's going to let you die. It's just going to make you suffer while waiting for your turn. So what I'm saying is, unless you're critically ill and you need medical treatment, then they're going to put you ahead of the line. Yes, you're not going to go bankrupt from medical treatment because it's kind of paid by the taxes, so you are safe in that way. But at the same time, you might have to wait for a long time in a line to see a specialist that you need if it's not critical. Next thing, guys, would be high taxes. I mentioned it a couple of times on this video already. Taxes, god damn it, there's so many of them. And the brackets are way less than in other countries. So be prepared to pay tons of taxes. You pay taxes from your, from your income, from your corporate income. Like, baby, are you okay? Yeah, my baby is coughing. Tons of taxes, really expensive, and it's difficult. On top of it, there is also a provincial tax, like HST, then you can get a GST tax, that is a federal tax. It's 5%, depending on the province where you are. You can have more taxes or less taxes. It's really actually a good thing because you get a lot. Like, look at this beautiful parks here. I'm just hiding from the public because I don't want the army of passive-aggressive people going after me. Guys, it's my Eastern European humor, just don't get angry at me. Oh my goodness, there's a bump. Yeah, so it's expensive with the taxes here, guys, but you get a lot in return. But if you don't want to pay this much of taxes from your income and you want to make more money, there are many countries that have same kind of income and less taxes, guys. Next would be cold winters really cold winters, where this place right now, I'm standing here in my, in my pajamas basically. In winter it hits minus 40 Celsius Fahrenheit. It actually is kind of same but minus 40. So you understand how freaking cold it is. It's so cold that you can open your door without swearing sometimes, and if you're going to work in winter, you get out, it's cold, the roads are very bad, dangerous. You're angry. You go to drive into your nearest Tim Hortons. That's the only thing that melts the ice in your heart to your workplace. And once you're done working, guess what? It was dark when you left the home. Now you're driving home and it is dark again. And it is rush hour. And it is cold. And the roads are garbage like that. Full of ice, full of snow. And it's dangerous. So here's frustrating. You can say, yeah, well, we have all seasons in Canada. We have summer. We have... Guys, fellow Canadians who are watching this channel, summers are warmer, summers are longer in many parts of the world than even where I come from. Yeah, I was born in Ukraine and I know what summer is, and it's longer and it's warmer than it usually is in Canada. I would say that Canada has approximately 1 week of summer that we get in Ukraine for 4 months, and that's when everyone buys air conditions. So summers are short unless you're from BC, which is Victoria, British Columbia, guys. Then it's a little bit better because it's not as cold in winter and a better climate. But still, in general, Canada is a huge country. Cities are spread apart, and there are chances that you end up in some northern city that gets even colder than that. Next thing, guys, is credit history. So if you're planning to come to Canada, immigrate to this country, even if you come from the United States, you need to have a credit history, because the American credit history is not valid here. On top of it, you might even have to pay taxes in both countries for at least few years, at your 2 Canadian taxes and your home country taxes. So, and credit history, it can be difficult situation here, guys, because if you don't have it, then the interest for your car loan is higher, you are less likely to get a mortgage, to buy a house, and again, lots of constraints if you don't build it, and you have to kind of hustle and start building it right away. Even though there are many programs, so-called assistance to those people who are new to Canada, at the same time they're just going to charge you higher interest. Yes, they're going to give you a loan, but you're going to lose more money. They are in a money-making business, and they're going to take their money, and they're not going to lose anything, but you will. Next part would be flight tickets. My God, Canada is ridiculously expensive on flight tickets. Really expensive. In the US, I am jealous how cheap it is to fly from one part to another. In Canada, it's literally like $400 to fly to Toronto sometimes. It's expensive. I don't like it like that. It is. There is not enough companies, not enough competition. In every way, a big corporation can rip you off. In Canada, you are going to get ripped off. And that's kind of the truth, especially about the tickets, guys. It is expensive. Okay. The baby is saying that it's about time to stop the video. I'm just going to double check on my list, guys, to make sure I didn't miss anything, while I'm waiting for you to write a comment, because I want to know what you think about this video. Did I mention everything that you know, or you have some things you want to add about people, especially something that I mentioned today? And of course, guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It looks like I covered all the 10 points. Baby's saying time to get home. Mama's waiting. I'll see you guys in next video. See you soon. Baby? Baby. Say see you soon. See you soon. This is a proper Canadian baby. Half European, half Asian, 100% Canadian. See you soon, guys. It's a beautiful country, amazing country.